Some say them be white, them be red, but we all created by one God. Some say them be white, them be green, tama me vagi kele beba. Kemi nuri diga kingwa ya go samina. Again I'm a me yako, hagitwa me na to yakwi. For the life that I'm living, I say Baba God you too much. No one that's in my heart they sing say Ogologo ma Ogologo ma Ogologo ma Ogologo ma say I know where my ya we do ma. Wadegi ga heke no say ya we do. Wadegi ga heke no say ya we do. Say I know where my ya we do. La baba ora me yo for when my ya ike o. He wadegi ga heke no say ya we do. He wadegi ga heke no say ya we do. Say I know where my ya we do. La baba ora me yo for when my ya ike o. Say I Baba my ya we do. Osaloboa created mankind to love each other. So tell me why we can't fight each other. Osaloboa doga kwonu ke mo okie na gido ya bale gbedo ya pokpe gbede na kun. Let's say I Baba my ya we do. For the life that I'm living, I say Baba God you too much. No one that's in my heart they sing say Ogologo ma Ogologo ma Ogologo ma Ogologo ma let's say I know where who rap me my ya we do.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having this show tonight, and I'm pleased about it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are watching from. My name is Efenefo Egbon. I'm streaming live from Sweden, and I welcome you all to this show. God bless you all.
This song is a unity song. When I make we get together now, one love my people. I don't get the one where I did for inside. I'm back and talk my
my brother, you are here with me at the moment. Before we get to the other guests coming around, we're going to get it started. Election has come and it has gone. Now, what is the next thing? What's the next thing on the agenda? What's the way forward? What is the atmosphere right now? You know, how is it like in Edo State? I know you are not home, but you are in touch with home every second, every minute, and every hour, every day. So since the election, there has been jubilation all over, both at home and in the diaspora. The victory, I consider that is a victory of the people. Now, the jubilation and and the celebration continues. So, how is it? First of all, let me ask you how it is in your area in Sweden or Europe generally. How do the people see the election?
Thank you so much, sir. The election has come and gone, like you said, and it's true. But the feeling, the euphoria, we are still in it now, right now, and everyone is still having this very positive, very happy mood, and it all went as expected because the majority expected that Obaseki should take up the day or should, to emerge as the winner. Right now, whatever everybody predicted came to pass. So in Sweden, where I am, we are all happy. The people are very elated. They are happy, and everybody's in a good mood. That who they supported came victorious. Even in Nigeria right now, I've been making a lot of calls, talking to people, trying to know, seeing what is happening in the internet, also communicating around within my family circle and friends. There's a very positive energy. There's a very high margin of, percentage that people on ground are happy with the system and with the result that came out. So right now, I think the atmosphere is very peaceful. The atmosphere is very calm. Everyone is, trying to take it easy right now to make sure that we focus on the things ahead. So I think that's pretty much what the temperature is all about right now. Just being happy, and people are trying to, get over what has happened and get back to work.
Oh, thank you so much. Basically, is that what it is in Sweden and all over Europe, right? I think it is the same thing out here in the North America. I mean, the U.S., Canada, everywhere here, there's celebration, there's jubilation regarding what has happened, the winner that people expected, that they projected. Actually,
Yeah.
that's who came out victorious in the election. I mean, the result of it is what we are all celebrating because it's
Yeah.
what we want actually for our state. So basically, uh, you should be familiar with what is going on right now at home, on ground at home. What is it like? What is the story that you are hearing from home?
Yeah. Right now, I think usually when things happen like this, you see contestations from the opponent. You see that people are trying to take up the system. So either they are not accepting the results on ground, or they want to challenge it. But from what has happened, I can see that this is a clear case of positive victory without any manipulation. So if the president has congratulated the winner, the Oba of Benin have written congratulations, and a lot of other people have congratulated the elected governor. So I think it's something that everyone should be used to and accept. The opponent also should concede the defeat and call and make a congratulatory, message to the opponent, to the winner. Because right now, a lot of people, they are very happy with the result. No one is grumbling. The system is calm. Everyone, accepts the result wholeheartedly. The market women are happy. All the looks and crowns of Edo State, people are really happy. So if people are happy, therefore means that the result is accepted by the general population. So if some few individuals are not happy, if they have any reason not to be, so I think that's left for them. I don't think there's anything anybody can do right now.
thank you. I think today I got some good news from home that the opponent, the challenger of Mr. Godwin Noregase, uh, who won the election, I mean the challenger who is from the APC, Pastor Osage Izeyamu has finally conceded. That's the
Okay.
breaking news that's all over social media right now. That he has made an announcement. He has conceded uh, uh, to I mean Godwin Noyaso Baseki. That he has. That means he accepted the outcome of the election. I don't know if you have heard about that. I've seen it going on now on social media that he has conceded, which is a good thing. That's exactly what people expected of him. There is no need
Yeah.
to challenge such an overwhelming victory of the governor. So I guess maybe he has consulted with his leadership or some of his supporters and then decided to concede, which I would say, right here on my platform, I'm going to say congratulations to him for taking that step to concede the election. There's no need going into litigation because the election was, like I said, people have classified it as free and fair, and it was peaceful. The margin was so wide that that is incontestable. So I kind of applaud him for stepping out as a man and you know consider that defeat to the winner, Mr. Godwin Norris Obaseki. This is for the best interest of our state and for our country, for our state to move forward, and that's what everybody is expecting. And he and everybody else should join hands together to move the state forward. That's my expectation. Now, my brother Efenefo Egbon, so you just had that from me, and I believe it is true. So, what would you say about that? Concession.
Yeah, if that is true, that should be the right thing to do. Every noble person should concede, should accept this. When a system is free and fair, and you have to congratulate the winner, and then you have to support, then join, bring about what you have in mind, what you wanted to achieve in the if you were elected as the winner. If you didn't win, you have to accept defeat and join hands together, to bring your initiative, your idea, to push it forward, so you can help the system, bring it forth to add to what is on ground. Then the government can, have a lot of things on the table to achieve. Right now, I think if it's true, it's a very good thing to do, and I will be happy about it. And I think it's the right direction at this very moment. So he has a simple agenda. If what is in the simple agenda can be brought to book as it is, then Governor Obaseki, who has his mega agenda, may have some things to pick out from that simple agenda, that will also enhance his own government to do well. They are brothers, and Pastor Sagi Ezeyamu is from Edo State. He's not an enemy of Edo people. So he contested an election, and he lose out. So if he decides to congratulate the winner, he has done a noble thing. He has done something that should be commendable by every ramification, to be able, to join hands together to work with the current winner. If he didn't do that, that would have been a very wrong step to take from him. But if he has done that, I think is a step in the right direction, and the governor should accept that, and bring him closer to himself, and they can work together.
Thank you so much. With that being said, I will again want to confirm from other people, apart from just relying on the fact that it is on social media. But I believe what I saw, I believe because he was addressing the press conference on the news that came out on the social media. So basically, I have no doubts about that he has actually considered. So uh, what it is if if there's a fight, it's just like a sport, it's a game. If there's if two people contested anything, there's bound to be a winner. A winner will always emerge. And
Exactly.
as a sportsman, it is for you to embrace the winner. If you lose, that does not mean that you will not win some other time. So there's no shame in it. There's no big deal because two people cannot win at the same time. No, this is not a game that you say, oh, it was a draw. No, it was not a draw. So somebody got to emerge as a winner, and that's exactly
Amen.
what happened. So basically, once again I congratulate Pastor Osage Izeyamu for that bold step that he has taken. Because it is good for the progress of our state and that of our nation, generally. So with this, I think the situation should be calm. There should be no tension anymore. The expectation that people were thinking, they were thinking that it's going to go to court. All that one has been overcome, So there is no need for all that anymore. I guess everybody should equally. Everybody listening to us now, they should be happy that our state is experiencing this kind of progress, because this
Yeah.
is actually a demonstration of democracy in the right direction. So that is that. Now we are going to be setting agenda for the governor, what we expect of him when he come back and take over leadership for the next 4 years. Right now, he's still in his first term. I think the swearing in will come later on, maybe in a couple of months' time. So he is still enjoying his first tenure at the moment. But we are going to continue bringing to you live on this program the Edo agenda, particularly that has to do with what we the expectations, because the people who gave him the mantle, who gave him the mandate, are expecting a lot for him to do more because he has done well. That's the reason why they gave him, they trusted him and gave him their votes. So with that, we are going to be expecting everybody out there to continue to join us on this platform, because this is a different platform that the truth comes out. I'm going to bring my brother back in again, Effie, to actually uh, talk about what the expectation, of the government to come. I mean, they are not sworn in yet, but we what the expectation will be. What we think the governor and his team, should put in place to make our people happy, uh, to continue on the development stride that he has had for our state. So, Effie, what do you think? What do you think the governor and his team need to put in place to expand on the developmental stride he had before? Or is there any project you think you need to complete on, as a way forward?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. The mega agenda of the governor is very transparent and is very clear. from the first tenure, what he has done is he has laid a very fine template for the, to the people. And that's the more reason we voted him back to power, so he can continue, he could continue what he has, started. Right now, there's a lot to complete that he has started. A lot of, roads that he started, he need to complete them, like I said in the previous show. And there's so much to do right now. And the governor is so focused. I was listening to a broadcast today, and he was talking to the people. He said that he hasn't seen or, he hasn't experienced this kind of passion, the reaction that the people gave this time around. There has been a series of elections in Edo State, but this election was peculiar, was significant, and it was different. To the fact that they build up to the election, what has happened, and the final conclusion, the governor himself is overwhelmed with the reaction of the people, with the support of the people, with the feeling of the people. He even made mention of the old woman that was carried back, on her back. She decided to go and vote for Obaseki. So when the governor was talking, he said he is going to work for the people, because he cannot afford not to work for the people, because the people love him. And so right now he has a lot of projects that he needs to complete. There are a lot of roads, like the Ekenwan Road, dualization has not been completed. He needs to complete it. There's a lot there. He started the Ewotubu already before the election. He needs to complete the Ewotubu Road. All over the state. He has a lot of projects scattered everywhere. He has completed a lot, but he has a lot to complete. So he, first and foremost, I believe that these projects has already been awarded. All he needs to do is to motivate the contractors to go back to site, because it's not like he's going to assure or issue a new project or award a new project. If there's any abandoned project, or any half project that is not being completed right now, it therefore means that he needs to just trigger the contractors to go back to site, because the project is already ongoing. So if the contractor is being given a deadline and they are able to complete, this project, it will be good for the people. And then he now have to start the second phase in a fresh template, full with this powerful, mega agenda that he has for the people. The light, the education reform, the industry, industrial, reform, the employment rate. In the first tenure, he promised 200,000 jobs, and he was able to pass the pass mark. But in this time, around, we expect that a lot of our people should be employed, should be gainfully employed. So if our people are gainfully employed, then crime will reduce, hooliganism will reduce, criminality will reduce. When people have, to wake up and go to work, then there should be some sanity in the state. Right now, the way things are going, the state is moving in a new direction, and that's why we are all happy about it. This is the first time since I was born that I'm experiencing an election where almost everybody is happy, and the whole diaspora, without nobody being paid, being motivated, instigate a lot on social. We instigated a lot of social media to support. Sometimes when the opponent were campaigning, they always think that Obaseki bought, the people that are campaigning on social media. I told them, I said, diaspora know what is good. We are living in a Western world. We are seeing the development here, and we want it to be replicated, in Edo State. So that is the reason that we key into this agenda, to make sure that the governor will succeed and come back to work for the people. we can no longer afford to always work about, for our, for the gain or what we are expecting or for our own pocket. Right now, the people worked wholeheartedly without being paid just for the good governance. All we want is for Edo State to have a good governance and transparency, so our people will be happy. Talking about this second term, the governor has assured the people that he's going to work for the people. And I expect that we start seeing after when all this thing, when it's been after the swearing in ceremony, he should, go back to work, let the work start immediately, fix all the rural areas, work in the urban areas, then let the state be beautiful.
Thank you so much, my brother. You see, you just talk about all this everything you mentioned, he's been working on, and we have seen all that happening in the state. We believe that he can do more. That's the reason why people gave him the trust. And
Yeah.
I believe also that there are a lot of other things that he needs to do, and that should be what he needs to focus on. The educational reform that he has done so far is very impressive. So
Yeah.
that's very impressive. Uh, we expect that you know at this time he's going to do more on that, more improvement on the education. It's not over yet. I mean, he has established, the initiative was laudable, and so it's laudable, and people have actually been trying to study to it from different areas, different places. Like our ambassador said here the last time that there were people from Rwanda that has sent delegation to Edo State to only study what he's doing on the educational reform, the Edo Best. Is it Edo Best or Edo First? What do you call it?
Edo.
Yes, cool. So that is going on, and I believe that there are other people uh, in the country that is actually doing the same thing, looking up to how he is doing, how he came up with that idea, the initiative. So, and I'm very proud that that is going on in our state. Now, I know that people were talking about MOU, MOU, MOU. Yes, MOU was broken down to the understanding of the layman the last time Ambassador Uwaifo was here. The MOU is not something that I mean, is an idea of partnering with some people, industrialists,
Yeah.
to attract investment to our state. That is what he did in the case of the refinery. Now we also know about the Gelegele port. That I don't know much about that. Do you have anything to say about the Gelegele port? Do you have anything to say about that project? Is this something that that we can talk about on this platform at the moment?
Yeah, of course. Why not? The Gelegele seaport is not something that is, very fast to do. A lot of people don't understand what the idea Obaseki is trying to bring in. In that, when you are going to open up a port, it requires a lot of timing, a lot of calculation, a lot of finance, and the people that should be involved, square pegs should be in square holes. So there's already a committee that Obaseki has set in place to start doing the necessary documentations. The necessary foundations are being laid in respect to the Gelegele seaport, so that when he eventually takes the right direction, then it can pick up So when people are talking that maybe he's not going to do it, I know it's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be as fast as people wanted. He has the idea. He has already launched the idea. So what is remaining right now is for the people to have patience and allow the idea to to go step by step, so that the seaport can be open up in a proper way. When you are opening up a seaport that's going to accommodate a lot of things into the state, a lot of different consignment. So it's not a child's play. The roads have to be motorable, all the areas have to be open, and then when things are on ground, the river proper should be properly sanitized, so that when all this is being done, gradually the place will be coming to light. So I think Obaseki is very optimistic about the Gelegele seaport. I've heard him talk about it several times, even with the Oba of Benin, our Reverend King, which Oba of Benin was so happy that this initiative is coming up. It will open up Edo State. It will bring industrialization to our people, and our people will no longer be running etasketa or going to a very far place to do business. It will bring a lot of investment also. So for me, Gelegele Seaport is going to be it's going to be an achievement, but it will take time. So it's not going to be something that it will, that's going to be 6 months or 1 year. Gelegele is already on project, and I expect Obaseki to do the right thing, put the right people. It's another thing to not to bring about an idea, but when the wrong people are placed to service or to work on it, it could be thwarted. But when the right people are placed in the right position, they bring the right result. If everybody is doing their own division of labor, I'm doing my best. Everyone is doing his own thing, getting it straight as it should be. Then the government will be running properly. So I'm optimistic that Gelegele Seaport, it's going to come back to light.
Very good. Thank you so much. Then, because that's one of the things people are saying that, oh, Gelegele Seaport, Gelegele Seaport, Gelegele Seaport, yes, is working on it. And we are optimistic that things will happen, So it's going to happen, and there's no doubt about it. No doubt about that. Because, again, to industrialize a state, uh, attracts a lot of things, a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? The government bringing in such an industry or such an institution to our state, that means a lot to us. It means a lot to us in the sense that uh, it will attract employment opportunity. No doubt about that. We all know. So the opportunity will come, for people to gain employment, and for also it will attract more of foreigners, foreign investors. It will a lot of things is going to happen if that seaport actually come to reality. Because why? A lot people who used to go to other. We have a couple of ports in Nigeria, right? We have the Lagos port and that of Port Harcourt. So, but instead of going to Port Harcourt, common sense will tell you that the best place to go is right there. You do not have to travel far. So that again is going to attract businesses from the neighboring states and all that. To come and do business in our state because of the port. Port is a very, very a vital institution in any nation because it is the hub of other investments. It services other services. So let me put it that way. So if it is there, uh, not only our nation, other nations, other countries, neighboring countries can as well do business with us through that same port. Then the other ports will be decongested, like Lagos port or Port Harcourt, there will be and there will be flow of business, So many things will happen if that port come, be opened in our state. So now we're going to talk about roads. We're going to talk about roads. The road project, what it's been doing on roads is very encouraging, So basically, the um, the many roads that are in Edo State, which is very, very accessible, a lot of them, before him coming in, a lot of them were so deplorable, And the good news is that he has been working a lot on them, on those roads. The GRO is almost covered because the last time I visited home, I was so impressed, driving everywhere. It's not like it used to be, where there will be like potholes everywhere, and you can't even drive. That slows down the traffic and all that, So generally, all that is being taken care of now, So I am so optimistic that he will succeed in other area, He's going to be successful. There is no doubt about it. The deputy governor is very cooperative with him, and so there will be, in fact, it's going to be successful, more successful in this coming when he take oath in the second term. But at the moment, we are still in the first term. He has not closed it out, so we expect it to do or work on those things that he has not finished, he has not completed. So in this first step, he still got time. So and the one that he can do, he should do that before this term run out, and then before he start the second term. So that's what I will say on the road project. So there are a lot that is out there that he has not actually completed. There's a lot to be done. Drainage. Having roads, my brother Efe, it's one thing. Then the other thing is to see that those roads are motorable. They are not clogged. They're not blocked. So that there will be flow of vehicular movement. When, for example, in the rainy season, it is pretty bad. It's pretty bad in the rainy season that when you go on the roads in our place, you can barely move. There are sometimes the the, uh, the road is heavily flooded with water, and people will be stranded. I've seen situations before him. I'm not saying during his time. A situation in the past where people have to use the boats to transport people from one place to the other. That is no longer happening. That is almost eliminated right now, with Governor Obaseki. But there are still some areas you need to work on. What do you think about that? What do you have to say?
Yeah, basically, I think like you said, he has really tried to work on the roads. It was in a very deplorable situation before now. So what he has done is impressive with the roads. He has really done remarkably well by, tying almost a lot of the adjoining roads, which before now has been abandoned, So right now, what Obaseki has done is like bringing all the, abandoned roads, the adjoining roads, tie them to the main tied road that we are used to. Initially, before we are used to one straight tie road, and all other lanes are, untied. So what the governor is doing right now is, all the lanes, he's tying them up with with the big tide road that we are used to. And that is a very commendable thing that he is doing. And is more of the reason people are happy with him. People that never thought that they could have a tide road were surprised before they could know it. The contractors are on ground and they start working on their roads. And so this marvels a lot of people to think that, wow, if this government can, get to the people like this, and then I think there's more to it. So for me, there's still a lot of roads to be done. Those state has a very good network, a very good connectivity about, when we talk about roads. But the problem is these roads are not accessible. A lot of the links are not, they are not true right now. So I expect about the governor on this second term also to also do a lot with roads. There are a lot of roads, I can tell you. If you go to the Ewotubu houses, if you go to the, there are lots to do on roads, but he has done marvelously well. But I can tell you, in Edo Central, in Edo North, Auchi and all that, Esan Central, there are things to do when it comes to roads. And, the governor himself admitted when he was campaigning, and he told the people that he didn't know the roads were in such deplorable condition that he's going to try to do something about it, when he's eventually re-elected. And now he's re-elected, and I think we expect that he should pay more attention to roads. It saddens me that at this century, 2020, Nigeria is still talking about roads. We should have been past this stage by now. We should have, we should have gone far. Nigeria should be moving, into technology, into reform, into great things. But I don't understand. We keep on repeating the same thing every year. Then after 4 years, the government, the next government will come, and they are still going to suffer us with this same road. Why can't people be done with the situation and move to the next phase? This is my concern, and it's very worrisome. Honestly, I expect them to be focused on one project. Just get it done. If you want to do road, let the road be done, so we can be assured that we don't have problems of road. If you are talking about light, at least I can 2020, we are still struggling. What is the problem? Is there anything wrong that we cannot have light 24 hours? Or is there any juju that is holding the lights? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to do, but I pray. That's why I love this governor. I can see that he's really passionate about the people, and he fought with the former BCT or something, the lady that was in charge. He fought with that lady. He was not happy with that lady. He was not pleased at all. So I can see the governor really had the passion to change things from the old ways. And this is what we want. Let's get things done and then move to the next stage. So for me, I think, the road should be, it should do more on roads.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You see, that is one thing I did not talk about. You just you got me right there. That it is not just concentrating his effort in the state capital, and actually he has done well, tremendously, moving to other areas of the state. We have Edo Central, Edo North, and reports have shown that he has actually spread his hands all over. So, and he will continue to do more. That is the reason why he got the overwhelming support. So now, in other areas, I know that there's challenges also about flooding and all that in like places like Auchi area. I know about that very well. In a place like Auchi, like Asan, some areas, like Ewu or something. I know about all this one. I've been there, and
Yeah.
it was before now. It was not actually encouraging at all. But with the coming of the Governor Obaseki, the UKC governor, he has done a lot, and that's the reason why he gained the support of the people, because they expect that now that they have given him the support, it has been shown that the people appreciate what he's been doing. Obviously, he's going to do more. If you are just tuning in, this is the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show happening midweek live right after the election. We are just here setting agenda, analyzing what we experienced during the election and what we expect now that we have had a winner. So join us now on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We're out there. My YouTube channel is www. youtube.com/user user Joe-Ero JOEERO /100/100. That's our YouTube channel. Please join us so that the discussion can be expanded. Tell us about what you think on what we are talking about on the agenda. We're sending for the governor and his team in his second term, but we are still in the first term. We know that he's not done yet. He still has a couple of months to go. So therefore, he will continue with what he's been doing. Now that the election, all those problems that came that preceded before the election also. So they are over now with the election victory. So we expect the government to go back right to work and to continue on what he's been doing that attracted the people to give him the mandate. So now on the what else do we have to talk about? We just talked about roads and other projects. Then we're talking about expanding his job. His a job to other cities or other local government in the state. Because when we concentrate so much on the state capital, then the other one will be lacking. So I believe that what we expect the audience of this platform to do is to help us out, and give us idea of what we need to tell the governor and his team on this platform. I believe the governor will listen to this platform. His team members also will listen to this platform, and it's not just his responsibility alone. Being a governor is just that he is bearing the mantle, but everybody else have to contribute one way or the other to make the state move forward, progressively. Mr. Efenefo, in your own way, what other area do you think the governor and his team need to touch on? That you need to work on.
Yeah, there are a lot to do, but I think for now the governor needs to, he needs to take things, step by step, so that things can go properly, so that he doesn't really, just rush into a lot of too many projects at the same time and by so doing, by slowing down the project or putting it in on a half project. But specifically, the governor has already his own. We are talking, probably our idea could also help, but the governor already has an idea. He already has his a project on ground, what he want to do, how he want to do it arithmetically. He already has that already. So what we are going to look at the system. We look at the those states, we look at our city, we look at the donut, we look at the Eastern Central. When we look at what is really lacking, we are priority first. We are going to work. You need to work on what the people want. What the people really want. What is lacking. It's just like when you go to the market, and you have to buy two things, and you have only money to buy one. So what you need to do is to forgo one and buy one. That is the alternative for gone. Then you need to now have either choice or want, and you need to now have your priorities straight.
So you have to have a scale of preference. That's what you say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
scale of preference. Yeah.
Okay.
So when he has a scale of preference, it will be easy for him, to know what to do first and know what to do later. So there are things that are very, immediate to the people, that the people, are suffering, that needs, prompt attention. So if you realize that the people need prompt attention in the area of road, probably linking to where they are doing businesses, then that should be their own priority in those areas. We have different regions in Edo State, so everybody cannot be suffering the same priority or the same situation. So right now also, you could see that before, when we were growing up, we used to have water board. Every link were having, you can see street water, you can go to a place and fetch government water. But I think it's been long I saw that. Everybody now is on private water, boreholes. And this is like the normal government water is being totally, out of the system. And I don't know. And we still have water board that people are being paid. I don't know. But so those things should also be looked into, so that the government can have flow of government, the natural water. Just like here in Europe, here in Sweden where I am, everyone have a mobile phone, but it doesn't take away the value of the house phone. It has its own value. So if we are individuals are building houses and they are sinking boreholes, it doesn't need to stop the government water that is running. So automatically, if that is happening, it means that a time will come, the government water is totally dead, and that's not it. Let's take it this way. Look at Nigeria, for example. I don't think even the NITE, the house phone is still working right now. These are things that we should be concerned about, technologically. But because of the deplorable system we have, we keep on hammering on the same thing. Technology that should be working normally, things that should be functioning properly, they are no longer functioning. Before the mobile phone came into Edo State during Obasanjo time, people were still having house phone. Those people who could not afford house phone, they will go to the neighboring house to receive calls of their relatives. But I think all those are totally forgotten now. So but sometimes we don't talk about them. So but I think that it's time that these things should be looked into, and then things should be done properly.
Thank you so much. When you talk about comparing the old days where things were actually good, where it was done properly, it's really different. is different now than what we are experiencing these days. It's not an excuse for the people in charge not to do something. Really, like we just talked about the water board, that uh, we used to have all those things in place. Not anymore. Like my friend here in Dallas once described the system, that is being operated in Nigeria. He said everybody is a local government of themselves. Why did he say that? He said you have to provide your boreholders your water. You have to provide electricity for yourself, generator,
Yeah.
because you are going
Everything.
to rely on the one that is provided by the government because you don't get. So all those things, technically, yes, those are things that are supposed to be provided by even the council. It's okay. There used to be what they call a rural electricity board. If you remember that, right?
Yeah.
They provide electricity for their
Cardio burns fat,
locality,
right?
but we don't see
No.
that anymore.
Cardio
So those
actually
are things
burns
they need to
calories,
actually
usually in the form of
work
carbs in the
on.
bloodstream that are then
They
replaced
need to work
with
on
the
all
very
that,
next meal that you
and
eat and stored as more
bring
fat.
it
This is
back,
why when you
bring it
even
back,
eat low calorie,
so that our people will enjoy what they used to enjoy in the past. So basically, I agree with you on that on that part that they should work on reviving those things that seem to have been abandoned. Those
Yeah.
things seem to have been abandoned. Like you talk about water board, and then I just brought the rural electricity board. Also, I mean, rural electrification of the locality.
Yeah.
If all those
Yeah.
things is the way they do it overseas, that's just the same thing. The council, have their own function. The state government have their own function. The federal government have their own. So when you put all this together, you see the country will be, just like moving forward like magic. That's the way it is. It's just that our people have been doing terribly because of corruption, and corruption. But that is with this revolution that just happened now. We hope that all that will be controlled, to some extent, because it's corruption that has actually, devalued those things that we used to place a lot of value on. So if they are able to revive those things to come back on, our people would be so happy. They will benefit from it. A lot of
Yeah.
people, the youth will not be interested in traveling abroad, going through all that rigors of crossing the Red Sea. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
taking all that big risk, we won't be there anymore, because even when one thing they got to understand is that with reviving all those abandoned institutions or establishments, so that will also help to employ the people, There used to be farm. People used to go to farm. You know, all those things, they need to come back. They need to come back. They are still there, and they are still very, very useful. So that's why we bring you back in, my brother. I know we today our other crew members did not show up because it's midweek. I know they have to go to work, and they can't just abandon their work for too long. But that will not stop the program from going on. It's a program that we are dedicated to the people. We are not sponsored by any group or anybody, but just here to contribute our own quota to the progress and development of our state and our people in
Yeah.
Nigeria. So that is why we also are committed, coming here every Wednesday and every Saturday, as usual. Our opening time is 11:30 U.S. Central Time, U.S. Canada Central Time, 11:30 a.m. And in Nigeria it is 5:30. UK is 5:30, and I believe in Sweden, where my brother is joining us from, Efenefo, Egbon. In Sweden, I think it is 6:30. If am I correct, Egbon?
Yeah, you're right.
Correct.
You're
So,
right.
so
Yeah.
that is the kickoff time for this program, setting agenda for Edo State. Now I'm back to you. We are about to wind up because we have said a lot. Everybody is still tired from jubilation. I know that the loser, the major loser of the election, the opponent, has come out today to make a broadcast
Okay.
conceding, you know, to the governor, and also accepting the governor's request that they should join hands with them and let's work as a team. If all of us join hands together, bring your idea, I bring my idea, you bring your idea, I bring my idea, this state will definitely move forward. There's no animosity, you know, so it's just an election. So I just wanted to say something about that. Then we'll close the program. Again, the program is on live on Facebook and YouTube. So for those of you who are already watching us live on Facebook, if you have anything that you need to contribute, go ahead and put it in your comments. We will gladly look into it, and we will work on it and get back with you as a feedback. Okay, Mr. Egbon. So
Yes, sir.
please say something about the concession and how you think we can embrace each other and move the state forward.
Yeah. Basically, I think that this is the time to embrace peace. This is the time to come together. You know, whether you are those that contested in the platform of the opposition, APC.
Yes.
This is the best time for everyone to really. Now the election is over. We know the winner already. So I think this is the best time. The opposition, join the current governor of the state to move the state forward. Everyone's input is very important in this very time, or at this very moment in Edo State. If you look at what is happening right now, Edo State is being applauded. Even look, there are series of things the people were talking about from Lagos. I watch a lot of things right now, and the Lagosians, they are hailing, they are applauding the people of Edo State for what they have done. So if we could get to this stage, I don't think that there is anything to waste. Everybody should bring about his own idea that is progressive. Anything that can move the state forward, should be on the table. This is the time for everybody to be on the drawing board. Let's think about the way forward. The governor is the chief executive of the state. Every person in the state has a role to play in the development of the state. So I think the governor will be opening his very arm to encourage or to welcome anyone who is ready to join him in moving the state forward for the betterment of the people. After all, the governor has said that his own administration is for the people. The people elected him. That is what democracy is all about. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So for me personally, I think, the governor has the heart, he has a big heart, and the opponent should come in. They should take the opportunity to bring all the ideas they have to develop the state and join hands with the governor to make sure our dear Edo State is beautiful for every one of us, devoid of crimes and social vices. And then when we go home, and we can embrace everyone, and then the state should be, conducive and well enough to accommodate every peaceful Edo State person.
Thank you so much, my brother Effie. You have done well today, and I hope they are listening to what we are saying here, and that at the end of the day, they should be able to put it into good use, because
Yeah.
it is not just by the effort, a singular effort of the governor alone, is
Mm-hmm.
also with everyone in the state to contribute their own quota to the development of the state. I want to thank you so much for coming today and taking your time to join us on the show. Hopefully, we will see you on that will be Saturday, same time, same station, and hopefully the other crew members will be able to join us, because that will be weekends. Some people don't work on weekends, but today is midweek. I believe that's the reason why they did not show up. So on Saturday we have a full house, and that's a problem. And I hope you will be with us if you have the time to join us. Effie. Thank you so much, and may God bless you and your family, and bless
Thank you, sir.
your businesses during the week. And we'll see you back on Saturday. Is that a promise again, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best, because I'm working also. So I hope I got the time. Then why not? If I got the time,
Right.
I'll definitely be on the program.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me today, and thank you, everyone that is listening to us. May God bless you all richly.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for the program. If you have time, please join us Saturday. Same time, by the blessing God, same September, 5:30 p.m. Nigeria and UK, 6:30 p.m. British time. Bye bye to our listener today. God bless you.
Thank you
Take
so
care, and
much. Bye.
just do anything that you're not supposed to do, and God will continue to bless you all. Bye bye.
Amen.
And then where are we? I know that.